What's up, everybody? Bitcoin is breaking out and we are going to cover it live. So I'm going to just take the minute quickly to get a few people on here. Gonna share this in the Discord, get the video going live as well. Hope you didn't sell your Bitcoin, Annan. At the bottom, that would have been a terrible move. Okay, we're gonna get right into this right now. So we're gonna start off with the weekly. As we can all see, we had that huge breakout that we were expecting from this ascending triangle. But let's start on the weekly so we can look at how bullish this is right now. So if we start with this moving average, we'll just start with one thing at a time and we'll add the confluence. So add the confirmation, and then, we can just hope Bitcoin reaches our target. The first things first, I want you guys to see how the first major pullback, we pulled right into this 50-week moving average. We grinded, we respected it very nicely, used it as a huge support. And then you can see we broke down here. When we broke above, Bitcoin moved up about 100% from the bottom to the top. You can see here, this is a little bit different. Instead of us, using as support, we actually use this as resistance. You can see right here, and however you want to draw this line, but if we draw it from here, we haven't really broken that, but let's just use the moving average as resistance. So you can see here, we grinded below, and every time we tried, we got rejected, and now we are clearing. The week candle is going to end in 1 hour and 22 minutes. There is more than likely we will close above $44,000, closing above all of this prior resistance and closing above this moving average. So to me, that's bullish. The most basic type of moving average strategy is buying on the break to the upside and selling on the break to the downside. So that's our first weekly signal. If we use these moving averages, I've been a huge fan of buying on the 4 and 9 flip. You can see right here, they flipped. This is your buy signal. Also, we'll get more confirmation in the next hour. So you can see the last times these signals came was right here, exploded the price of Bitcoin right here, and now you have that 4 and 9 flip happening right now. So you don't need to FOMO into the price. We may still see pullbacks. It's hard to predict everything, but these are generally awesome buying signals unless we got a whipsaw. But the next candle closing in an hour, in 20 minutes, will only confirm this to the upside even more. And a whipsaw is less likely on the weekly. So that is 2 things on the weekly that I wanted you to see, potentially even 3. The break of the huge trend line right here, resistance, which we've been banging up and couldn't, break through. We have the 50 weekly moving average, and then we have the 4 and 9 crossover. So let's head on to the daily, and we can take a look at, let's get rid of these moving averages, and let's take a look at the daily. So you can see also, which this is huge in my opinion, we are breaking the 200-day moving average. So let me just draw this right here. We broke the 200-day moving average right here in this candle. So this candle ends in in 1 hour as well. So unless we retrace everything, we got a clean break of this resistance and the 200-day moving candle, which is bullish. So this pattern was the ascending triangle. We've been covering it for the last, few weeks. Or however long it's been playing out for. And now we're finally getting the break. this would be the best case scenario. The price target that we had was $53,000. We got that from using a price target from the base of the ascending triangle and from using our Fibonacci's. So this is kind of our area right here, $52,000 to $54,000, and that's about 10% to the minimum side and then 15 to the upside. That's kind of my target. That's kind of my target. I don't know if I got COVID, but I got some pretty bad shit, to be honest. It's making me super tired, coughing, wheezing, all that great stuff. So this would be the ideal setup right here. If we came back down, retested this moving average and the prior resistance turned into support, if we retested that and I saw some sort of bullish variation in candlesticks, like a bullish engulfing, I mean, like I'd like to see too, maybe a wick to the downside and then a bullish engulfing, and then we can just bounce back off. That would be like the most ideal thing. I'm just trying to remove, okay, I was trying to remove that. The red circle I drew there. Because I can't draw the pullback or see how far we'll pull back until we start seeing some weakness on this. But if I take this from point A to point B right there, you can see a proper pullback to the 38.2 zone. This is where I would take a pretty nice long, honestly, right here. I could turn that to green. But will it come there? I'm not sure, because that would be the perfect setup. We call it the last touch, the last kiss. So I'll draw it out again. If price pulls back into this zone, retesting this moving average and retesting this prior resistance, then that would be a strong buy for a continuation move, because now we're making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low with the pullback, and then the continuation to the $55,000, $53,000, $54,000 mark, which is the goal. So right now we have a clear break. The candle closes in about an hour and 17 minutes. The 1 week candle, which I'm super bullish on, giving you the 4 and 9 cross, that closes also in 1 hour. So generally, these have been like awesome buying signals. And at the least, I'm thinking if this works out, $53K is my target. $53,000 is the target. 54, 53. It's hard to give an exact number. If that doesn't play out, if this was a huge whipsaw and we saw this return, like give back the gains, honestly, this would be the point of no return. We would come back down in the same way as testing this. I would want to look for the breakdown, and I would want to see a retest here to give me confirmation that this is going down. And the same way up here, we have the higher highs, higher low, higher high. So same thing here. We'd have the, the low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then the moving averages would be here. And I would use them to the flip side. If it gets rejected with the trend line, then I would be taking a nasty short here. But if it's to the upside like this, I would be taking a huge long. And if we break down here like that and get rejected, I would be looking to hold this. Let me zoom in a little bit more. You can see how we had solid support here right off the moving average. And you can see how this was our actual higher low. And we haven't made another higher low from this point. You can see we just bulled through. So for this uptrend to keep intact, we'd want the higher low to not invalidate these lows. If so, that market structure has been broken. And then, we're more than likely in a downtrend on the daily, on the 4 hour, and we'd be retesting this trend line. And with that much pullback, after such a strong move, you could say buy to these lows. In my opinion, we would be breaking them down because with crypto markets, with Bitcoin specifically, after every mini bear market, if this was a bear market, we saw a huge capitulation phase, which meant like a huge dump. And did we get our huge dump? I don't think so. Sorry about that. I don't think we got our capitulation drop. I don't think so at all. But we also can't deny the possibility of pumping, if we go to the weekly, of pumping back up to that 55K region and then coming back down. That is fully possible. Like once we break to that region, the all-time high, it's still going to be a battle, But right now, first is first. We broke out of that ascending triangle. We reclaimed a huge area, the daily 200 moving average, the weekly 50 average. Like the weekly is still in an uptrend. The using these moving averages, the monthly is still in an uptrend. Can Bitcoin continue this strong move here? Hopefully so. Wanted to share that quick analysis with you guys. Hey Benny, what's up? Hey Dilemma, what's up? Wanted to share that with you guys quickly. Still feeling a little sick. Hopefully you guys can, use some of this information and kind of watch Bitcoin. Let me end with two things. If you're trading in and out of Bitcoin or trying to trade in and out of Bitcoin, one of the simplest ways is just following this moving average strategy. So while I was traveling, I just buy and sell on the crossovers. So literally that's a sell, that's a buy. And I'm not selling and buying my whole stack. I'm using maybe a few BTC. I'm using, a few percentages. So I'll buy and I'll sell. I'll buy, I'll sell. Here I got whipsawed actually while I was traveling. I bought, sold. I broke even here. And got back in actually, and now I'm holding my Bitcoin. So on the weekly, it's a lot stronger. You need to be a lot more patient. This was the largest buy from the start of the market. Then you sold here. Then the buy was here. Then you sold here. Why I'm actually sharing this with you guys is because, as I mentioned at the start of the video, we are getting the weekly buy here. What does that mean? That means if price moves to the upward, what will that give us? It'll give us a sell opportunity. So if you didn't take these sell opportunities here or here, you have a chance to do a third one because we just flipped bullish again. It was a battle. I was hoping the weekly flipped bullish, but we just flipped bullish. So what that gives us is an opportunity to exit Bitcoin using this strategy and to buy it. I just dedicate a few Bitcoin to this strategy to buy and sell on a weekly or daily time frame. And when I have time, I dedicate more time to trading, but we are going to Bitcoin Miami 2022. If you're there, hit us up. Love to see you. Thank you guys for all the support. This market is a lot different than previous years. Inflation is on crazy levels and the pushes BTC also. I highly agree with you. After COVID, what's going on with the war, inflation, the list goes on. It's really hard to predict any sort of market right now. But that's why I trade as a more reactive and adaptive trader. Like that's why when people give you signals, those signals can change in an hour, can change in 4 hours. It really depends on the price action. If we get a huge drop in price, that signal is not valid anymore because I need to relook at the technical analysis. So I honestly sometimes don't give a shit what's happening around the world because all I need is the chart to tell me what's happening. Like this is bullish right now, and we went over some of the bull scenarios. But when I log off and we wake up, everything I said could go to the trash can because price reversed or the whole price action, the whole move was given back to the market. So it is crazy times, but the chart is showing me some bullishness. So I'll stick with my strategy. And that's pretty much it. When you have a strategy and you're comfortable using it, you just feel like way more comfortable trading these markets. And you don't give a shit what's happening around the world because your strategy works. And like, that's how I think of it. But I appreciate you guys. Just wanted to go live because Bitcoin's breaking out. I'm going to be watching this for some sort of trade. I didn't, FOMO into here. I took a small short here. And that's pretty much it. Took a small short and I closed it out for profit. But I'm not in this long. I'm waiting for a move like this into here to go up, or for this to break down and get rejected to go down. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys.